Hi everyone, my name is Chelsea Ferris and I'm currently a student at the Department of Psychology at Concordia University. Today I'm going to be presenting my presentation on the IPIP-HEXACO model and its potential to replicate major personality dimensions. So as a just quick overview, we're going to be looking at the topic of interest, which will be personality dimensions, and any problems that might occur within it. As well, we're going to be looking at the methodologies that perhaps can solve these problems, its results, and finally concluding with everything we saw today. So starting off, today's psychology has demonstrated many different ways of viewing personalities. The vast variety of personalities found within society has shown a great impact on one's behavior. However, a numerous amount of replication failures have been widely publicized and have begun to cast doubt in one's mindset. With the crisis of replication on the rise, psychologists attempt to replicate studies in hopes of finding convergent evidence and validating its findings. Derived from the Big Five personality factor, the Hexagon model is a personality structure that is consistent of six different personality dimensions: honesty and humility, emotionality, extroversion, agreeableness, conscientiousness, and openness. And although there are many different models within personality dimensions and within Hexaco itself, such as Hexaco PRR, which is very time consuming and too long of a version, or an extremely short version that lacks internal consistency, such as the Hexaco 60. Our aim of the study is to test whether or not we can replicate the findings of previous studies using the IPIP Hexaco model, a shorter modified version. Through this study, we're going to be looking at three different hypotheses. First, we will see if we are expecting positive correlations between conscientiousness and extroversion, demonstrating the possibility of replication. Secondly, we anticipate to see a strong correlation between moral identity and the belief bias score, but neither should correlate with hexagonal personality dimensions. And lastly, we predict converging evidence among the rest of the personality dimensions, demonstrating that there is no relationship with another one. In order to do the study, we took 55 Concordia University students and asked them to answer 60 items, 60 questions based on each of the personality dimensions facets. Answering from 1 to 5 using a Likert scale, the participant was asked to rate it strongly disagree to strongly agree based on the questions such as the ones you see at the bottom right. After they were asked the 60 questions, they were also asked 3 basic personality questions regarding the outdoors, ethical actions and thoughts, and academic performance. Once they were finished answering those 3 questions, they were asked to do an ethical reasoning task. This is mainly used and done to check biases, just to make sure that they were truly answering the questions correctly and not just putting any random number just to finish the questionnaire. And once all the data was collected, a correlation analysis was performed. Throughout this correlation analysis, as seen in the bottom left image and table, we see that there was a marginally significant correlation between extroversion and conscientiousness, with a correlation of 0.24, and that there was a significant correlation between the moral identity and the belief bias score. However, as we predicted within our hypothesis, that there was also no correlation between those two or the other personalities. And finally, that there was no correlation among any other personality dimension, or none that is significant at least. In conclusion, as predicted by the assumption of Hexaco model, our data was consistent with theoretic expectations, and although we did see some inconsistencies with other personality traits such as extroversion and openness between the experiment and previous studies, we can overall say that the IPIP Hexaco model is a good tool to use, as it is a good length, not too short and not too long, and has internal consistency while giving us similar patterns or similar results as previous studies. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good day.